Welcome, good people. It's your girl, LaConteau, and I'm so excited because today is the very first episode of The Iconic Woman with LaConteau. And I bet some of y'all are wondering, what is an iconic woman? Well, stay tuned and you can find out. Welcome to the show. Are y'all ready to have a great time and learn some things about yourself? Well, listen, look no further because you have made the perfect stop at The Iconic Woman. Now, because this is the first episode, we're going to do it a little differently than what you may see in the future. Typically on the show, I'll have a guest and we'll talk about all different topics. But you know what? For the first episode, I got the best guest. Yes. None other than LaConteau herself. So come on, let's dig right into it. Who is LaConteau? Well, who am I? To some people, I am many things. I'm introverted, I'm laid back, I'm quiet, I'm a career woman, I'm ambitious, I'm a mother, I am a rapper, and yes, I do have bars, I have skills. Do not battle me, I will not play with you. But you know, inside, I am really a deep, thoughtful, introspective person. I'm someone that's trying to make her mark on the world. I'm just like any other woman. I have good days, I have bad days, but you know, I put it all together and it makes up this crazy, beautiful work that we'll call LaConteau. What is an iconic woman? An iconic woman is whatever she wants to be. Yeah, you didn't think I was going to say that? Look, it's that simple. It's that easy. I really believe that what makes a woman iconic is someone that is being the best version of herself. You can be ambitious, you can dress nice, you can have a nice car, you can have a wonderful family life, and those things are great. But if you're not being true to yourself, if you're not being authentic, well, you're just another person. But when you come into yourself and you love yourself and you're doing what you love to do and you're making moves and you're making your mark on the world, that to me is truly iconic. How can you be an iconic woman? Listen, the answer to it is really so simple. You do not need to have the best wigs. You don't need to drive a big fancy car. You don't need the perfect man or the perfect family. All you need to do is be the best version of yourself. Yeah, I know, scary, right? It's so simple. You just need to love yourself and walk in your truth. Own who you are. I think that the baddest women in the room are the ones that walk in and they say, this is me, take it or leave it. Not in a negative way, but this is what I bring to the table, period. And this is who I am. That's iconic. It doesn't get any better than that. External things fade, but who you are internally is what matters the most. And that's the iconic thing. What life lessons have shaped me to becoming an iconic woman? Struggles. Yep, everybody has them. But in life, you have two decisions. You can either become bitter or you can become better. And I chose to become better. Nobody's life is perfect, so I don't want to cue out the violin and, give you guys a sad, sappy story. But I have had my share of struggles. I grew up with a teenage mother, an alcoholic father. I got married really, really young and divorced really young. I became a single mother. I was a single mother in college. I have been dead broke before. I had a Nissan Sentra that had no air conditioner in it, and I drove around like that for 2 years. I didn't have any money to get a better car. But those things made me go harder. I wanted more from my life, and honestly, I'm still trying to get there. But those things, I never want to go back to that. And so I keep that in my head. Gotta keep going hard. Gotta keep going hard. Gotta be iconic. Gotta show the world that you can come from this and go to that. And so honestly, the struggles have turned me into an iconic woman. The one thing that inspires me is really made up of a lot of other things. Now, I don't want to confuse you guys, but honestly, I'm inspired by life. There are so many different ways that you can look at it, but for me, I always find it interesting hearing different people's stories and experiences and seeing how one person made it from the bottom and they're at the top, all the struggles. I just love the idea that in life, you do have a choice and you have the ability to create change in your life. If you don't like the way something's going, you can change it. And it may just be something as simple as moving to another state, changing the way you think, changing the way you eat, but you have these choices. And I think without choices, I would get bored and I would feel defeated. But I always feel like I have the ability to do something about my life. And that's really what keeps me going, and it inspires me, because no matter how bad things get, I just have this glimmer of hope that, wait, I could try to make this better. And that's inspirational to me. When it's all said and done, will I have said more than I've done? Well, considering the fact that I am a bit of a talker, I probably will say just a little bit more than what I do, but please believe that the two will be neck and neck. I am a firm believer that the things that you say have power, and the words that you speak can manifest, and they contribute to the things that you do. So for me, both are equally important. I say the things that I want to do, but we have all been in positions where we have said one thing and we meant one thing, and then we do the exact opposite of what we say. So trust, we got to be on one accord. I'm speaking to myself as well, but in my life, that's what I want to achieve. What I say is what I do, and that's how I live. Okay, everybody, it's time for a special part of the show called Giving You the Game. This is where I answer a submitted question seeking any type of advice about life, career, romance, I don't know, you name it, I will answer it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, it says, I am 33, a young professional with a great job. I make decent money, okay, keep myself together, and have above average looks. And I've been told that at times I can be intimidating to men because I'm always so well put together. You go ahead, girl. I love getting dressed and looking my best. So do I. I would like to think I'm pretty happy and give off positive vibes, but for some reason, I cannot seem to keep a man interested in me. Help me, LaConteau. I want to be more attractive to men. Okay, sis. I feel you. First of all, let me say congratulations to you for being a young professional, having a good job, making decent money, having above average looks. You go ahead, girl, because everybody ain't able. Listen, I appreciate the life that you're living right now, and you're doing, it sounds like you're doing what you need to be doing. But when I was reading all the things that you described, you didn't really tell me who you were. You said a lot about your external things, but you didn't tell me who you were internally. And I can't help but to think that maybe, just maybe, that's why you can't seem to keep a man interested in you. Because none of these things you really said were that interesting. I'm sorry. But listen, it takes more than looks to keep quality people hooked. Yes, shallow people may look at somebody and say, ooh, that person looks good. And that's as far as it goes. But to really have deep and meaningful relationships, you gotta dig a little bit deeper and have a little bit more. Listen, you didn't describe to me if you were compassionate. Are you kind? Are you a narcissist? Are you dismissive? Do you listen to people? Do you care? I don't know who you are. So I can't really say, well, this is what is keeping men from being interested in you. Maybe you need to work on discovering who you are inside. Let me give you an example. Have you ever heard of the nice guy thing, where it's a nice guy and he seems like he's nice, but he can't seem to keep a woman either? Well, let me tell you something. I hate that nice guy thing, okay? Women do like nice guys. We also like interesting guys as well. When you say you're nice, what do you mean? Are you nice in bed? Are you nice in the kitchen? Are you nice with the bills? Are you nice with your rapping skills? I really don't know, because you're just saying you're nice. The point I'm trying to make is you have to have a little bit more depth. People are looking for that to maintain relationships. You can be very pretty on the outside, but ugly on the inside. And over time, that definitely will show. One of my favorite scriptures says, charm is deceptive, beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Now, I'm not telling you to get all holy and go to church in your dating life, but what I'm saying is there has to be something more. There has to be some foundation to you. There has to be some depth. You said in here that you give off positive vibes. Listen, vibes are nice. I'm really starting to hate that word, because the thing about vibes is they can change. You ever been somewhere and the vibe was one way and then it fell off? Yeah, vibes are not consistent. It's the energy that counts. What type of energy do you give off? And listen, that's what's important. Focus on your energy, the inner part. That's the part that you need to transform. Now, I mean, having the job and making decent money and looking good, those are all very important things. As we all know, men are very visual creatures. So I definitely encourage you to stay on top of your physical imperatives. But don't forget about the beautiful person on the inside. You should spend as much time grooming and cultivating that person as you do on the outside. And so, sis, listen, that's my advice. I just gave you the game. The ball is in your court. It's up to you to decide if you're going to win or not. It's time for my favorite part of the show. Yes, this is literally my favorite part, because this is the most inspirational part. You're going to feel something after you watch this segment. But this part of the show is called Iconic Moments. And basically what we do right here in this part is we highlight anything iconic or inspirational that has happened. So when you are browsing the internet on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, in the future, just use the hashtag that you see located on the screen, Iconic Moments, or you can tag me at LaConteau, that's also located on the screen, and I will feature that moment. If I think it's a good iconic moment, I will feature it on the show. So without further ado, let's get into the very first iconic moment.
For real, like, I'm not even playing with you. I don't even like kids.
I'm so ugly.
What? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You are so pretty. You all shut up. Go in the room. When you look at yourself, you supposed to say, I'm so pretty. You are so pretty. Do you hear me? You got the prettiest little dimples. You are too cute. Oh. No, you gonna make me cry. You're not ugly. Baby girl. Oh my God. Ariana. You're not ugly. Baby girl. You are so pretty. You are like, you have this beautiful chocolate skin. Like, you are just so gorgeous. You got these dimples. Remember what I told you? How many people got 2 dimples? Nobody. You got 2. Let me see you smile. Let me see. You got 2 dimples. I don't even have 2 dimples. Girl, let me see your teeth. Look at them pretty white teeth. No, you're not gonna cry. You are a beautiful little girl, and you are pretty. You are the prettiest girl in your class. Boom. Tell them straight up. When you go to school tomorrow, you got your hair done. You're gonna be like, oh, look at my hair. Oh, look at my shoes. Look at my clothes, baby girl. You are beautiful. Black is beautiful. And if don't nobody ever tell you, I will tell you, you are gorgeous. You are so pretty. And you're going to grow up and you're going to be everything that you can be. You're going to be the greatest nail tech, the greatest beautician, the greatest lawyer, the greatest doctor, the greatest teacher, whatever you want to be, the greatest speaker, the greatest entrepreneur, whatever. What you want to be? What you want to be when you get older?
The teacher.
You want to be... your teacher mean to you? So guess what? When you become a teacher, you don't be mean. You be a nice teacher. You gonna be Miss Cotton. That's what they gonna call you. Miss Cotton. You gotta be happy all the time because you're a little kid. You only 4, and you should not know nothing about being ugly because you are so beautiful. You hold your head up. You hold your head up. Okay? Okay? Have a hug. I love you.
All right, y'all. When I first saw this video, I was literally moved to tears. I mean, there are so many layers. You know, you have this little girl. She is sobbing. So somewhere inside of her heart, she really feels that there is some truth to the fact that she's not pretty. She's a little kid. And it makes you think what has transpired to create that moment to where this little kid, her self-esteem is so broken. I mean, like I said, she is sobbing. And for many of us, whether it's been something about the way we look or something about the way we dress, talk, anything, I'm sure we can relate to that little girl where we didn't feel the best about ourselves. But what I really, really love about this clip is that it was very genuine in the sense that the older woman immediately took the time to speak life into that young lady. That was so powerful. And let me tell you something. I have said before in the beginning of this show, words have power. The things that you say to others, they can have power and meaning. So you want to take every opportunity that you can to speak love and life into the lives of others. That's what I love about this clip. You know, that young girl, she may not know it at this age, but you know, beauty is very subjective, and you know, it truly is in the eye of the beholder. And you know, what one person may find unattractive, another person may think that it is the cat's meow. But really, none of that matters, because what's most important is that you have the self-love and self-validation within yourself, so that when other people say things about you, it doesn't shake you, it can't move you. You know who you are. But this is why it's very important for women to encourage other women, and not just women encouraging little girls, because that's very important too. But the next time you see a woman and you think that she looks beautiful, or you like her purse, or you like the way she talks or anything, take the time to compliment her, because you never know. She may look well put together to you, but you don't know. She may need some encouragement. And I'm telling you, when you give that type of love out, it definitely will come back to you. We also must learn in today's society about this thing with attractiveness. See, a person does not get to become unattractive just because you don't like the way they look. Yeah, let that sink in. People are allowed to be uniquely beautiful. Everything that doesn't meet your standards does not mean it is ugly. We have to learn how to appreciate the value in differences. I thought about this a couple weeks ago. Picasso's art. You know, some people to this day will look at his art and say, it is ugly. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's a bunch of shapes. What is it? And there are some people that look at Picasso's pieces and they think it is the most beautiful thing they have ever laid eyes on. Here's one fact about it though, whether you find it beautiful or not. The art is valuable, okay? Extremely valuable, worth a lot of money. And so because you think something is ugly or beautiful does not change the value in it. And so to that little girl, you know, what I would say is, you're valuable no matter what people think about you. To all the little girls, to all the women across the world, you are valuable. And we have to learn to use our words to speak love and kindness. We have to learn to use our words to uplift one another. And you know what? Every opportunity that comes before us, it's a must. We must do it. So ladies, let me know what you think about that iconic moment. Like I said before, if you see something, definitely tag me in it and we will share and we will chop it up. Thank you all for joining me for the very first episode of The Iconic Woman with LaConteau. I really hope that you all were able to get something from today's show. So please make sure that you join me again for the next episode. And now, y'all, it's time for the wrap up.
The following is a Will Hansford presentation.
As I sit back and think on the things I overcame, I'm much wiser now, cause I feel I know the game invested in me, I feel I owe the game. Some I used to rock with, no longer roll the same. Trying to find yourself is like blowing in the wind, cause most people look everywhere except within. Me, I can't pretend like I ain't guilty of the sin. It took a while before I was my own best friend. I was busy with the men, trying to get it in with them. It used to break my heart when the relationships were in, but now I got the gift of goodbye, don't gotta be here. Please let me be clear, it's cool if it's just me here, not looking to be saved, don't need to be rescued. The best person you gon' find is the best you. No matter what they say about me, I believe it says more about them than about me. It's energy, light shines eventually. Until then, beast mode, find your energy, and as you carry on, you'll begin to see that you deserve a spot at the winning seat. Out.